Hello and welcome to the Thursday night GT3 Championship from Race Department on Project Cars for this round 14, the feature race from Catalunya. In qualifying, it was Liam who picked up his second pole position of the season, 2/10 quicker than his front row counterpart Amari. Dom and Gaz shared row 2. Adam was half a second off the pace in 5th, ahead of Matt in 6th. The two Infinite Racing boys were separated by the narrowest of margins as they filled out row 4, and Jeremy and Frank completed the grid. As the lights went out to start the feature race, it was Dom who got his traditionally very good start, as he strode down to turn 1 comfortably ahead of Liam. There was a little bit of argy-bargy going through turn 1, but everyone managed to get through relatively unscathed. On board with Adam now, and just ahead you'll see a couple of cars going off at turn 1, but Adam himself also gets forced off into the gravel, losing him a handful of places. Meanwhile, Gaz had nowhere to go as Amari missed his braking point, forcing both drivers over the curbs. Jeremy was looking to make some places up early doors and went for a move down the inside of Matt, but they made contact and both drivers went off. Frank was just behind and it was easy pickings for him as both drivers rejoined the track, but apparently no one wants to go around this track very well, as Frank then went off at the next corner. And now Matt stopped again. What is going on here? Adam and Benji were hard at it as they had a good clean battle, exchanging places and running side by side. Just ahead you could throw a blanket over the front 5 as they charged down to turn 1. No one was really sure where they might be coming out of the turn, but it was good clean driving by all as all 5 emerged. After passing Andrew a lap earlier, Amari caught Gaz and is trying to make up some places after dropping down from starting on the front row. But he gave the championship leader a right good run for his money as they ran side by side. But unfortunately for Amari, he wasn't able to get past. Instead, Andrew caught him again and went down the inside into turn 1. But Amari was having none of it and came straight back at the Season 1 champion at turn 4, as there was even more good side-by-side racing. No quarter given by either driver, whilst Adam was waiting in the wings in hope of a mistake. There was contact into the hairpin, but Amari spun on the exit, dropping him way out of contention now. A few laps later and Benji had caught Adam and looked to get past into turn 1. But he wasn't quite close enough this time round. Benji was surprised to see Amari catch so quick and defended heavily into the hairpin. But Amari made the most of Benji's slight mistake on the curb and squeezed his way down the inside to take the position. It wasn't long until Amari caught back up to Andrew and Adam, and he made his intentions known that he was in no mood to be held up by these two. Adam decided it was time for him to go into the pits, and Andrew decided it was time for him to come out of the pits. But both drivers rejoined in exactly the same positions they went in as. After Andrew's mistake at the fast right-handed turn 9, Adam did not need a second invitation to get down the inside into the hairpin and take the position away from the Season 1 champion. At the front, and Liam was putting pressure under Dom for the lead, but maybe a little bit too much pressure on himself too, as he ran wide at turn 4, losing him costly time. Amari seemed to be the quicker O&M driver in this race, and Adam obliged as he let his teammate through for 4th position. The Infinite Racing drivers were having problems with tyre wear as they lost time to the leaders, and Matt looked to take full advantage of this as he challenged Benji. And it wasn't long until Matt got another opportunity as Benji made a mistake, but there was contact into the Mickey Mouse section, and Benji was able to survive another day. Andrew proving he too was having issues. But now is Matt's best chance to get down the inside and take 7th away from Benji, and he does just that, securing the position. Benji's powerless to defend and has to settle for 8th. Or is he? As he comes back down the inside at Matt into turn 1. But not quite able to make the move and slips back in behind. Having let Amari past earlier in the race, Adam now felt he was the quicker driver of the two, as he went down the inside into turn 1. Amari hung it round the outside and so close to contact between the two teammates. Both managed to survive though. Liam did a cracking job to catch back up to the Aston Martin driver of Dom, and their titanic battle continued as he hustled and harried the American driver, but just couldn't find a way past. Benji got it all wrong at turn 13 as he hit the curb too hard, spinning him round, and any chance of catching back up to Matt were down the drain. Matt was loving the latter stages of this race as he caught the other Infinite Racing driver of Andrew and he looked to have made a great move around the outside at turn 5, but Andrew managed to get back in front and fend him off. For now, anyway. In the end, it was a mistake from Andrew at the final corner, although his tyres might have something to do with it. It speared him into the wall and allowed Matt past. With just a few corners left of the race, Dom had done an outstanding job to hold off an ever-present Liam, who has proven he wasn't too bad for a number 2 driver, with a very strong performance. But it was Dom who took a strong second victory of the season, with Spam Fritters completing the podium, Liam being top Spam today ahead of Lonely Gaz. Amari and Adam took the opportunity for a team photo as they crossed the line in 4th and 5th. Matt finished the race very strongly to secure 6th, ahead of 2 disappointed Mercedes drivers of Andrew and Benji. Jeremy had a lonely race to 9th, and Frank picked up the final points in 10th. There was quite a bit of movement in the points after that race. Gaz has extended his lead over Andrew at the top of the table with yet another podium this season. He's 7th so far. Liam jumps into 3rd after an excellent drive to 2nd, and also because of Ben's absence. Adam has now jumped Benji into 5th, with Dom and Amari joining them closely behind, just 4 points separating those 4 drivers. Matt became even more alone in 9th, while Jeremy is edging closer to Lance in 10th. Frank also kept his points ticking over, and he is in 12th. In the Constructors, Spam Fritters had a double podium in the feature race, and duly extended their resounding lead at the top to Infinite Racing. O&M picked up a decent points haul and is still in 3rd, but we have finally had a change in the standings as Team America have jumped Max Power Racing with thanks to Dom's 2nd win of the season, and Wacky Racing remain in 6th. There were some standout performances in that feature race, but will the same drivers be able to stand out in the sprint race? Only time will tell. Join us in the next episode.